Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat, mga kababayan at mga mahal po naming taga-subaybay. Ako po si Just Vlog. Rekta na po kagad tayo. Yung mga nagtatanong po, papaano po nakilala ni Senator Marcoleta si Orly Guteza, yung witness, surprise witness na sinasabi po nila, saan po ba nang galing, kanino nang galing. Eto po mga kababayan, panoorin nyo pong mabuti itong video na ipapalabas namin na ating nakalap mula po sa Bilyonaryo Channel sa programang On Point with Ma'am Pinky Webb. At ito ay panayam kay Congressman Mike Defensor Santiago. Sapagkat ito pong si Mike Defensor Santiago, para po sa inyong kaalaman, lalo na po sa mga bago pa lang sa ating programa na ngayon lang po nakapasyal o nakasilip, siya po ang kumontak kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta para ipakilala po itong si Orly Guteza, mga kababayan, na isang Marines. Eto, mapapanood nyo ngayon, malalaman nyo ang buong kwento, yung totoo, yung tunay. Hindi po yung mga kumakalat na mga falsifikado, fake news, pinasasama pa nila itong tao na nagsasabi ng katotohanan. Ang dami po nilang ipinupukol na mga maling impormasyon. Ang mahirap dyan, mga kababayan, nakakarating din sa ating mga kababayan yung mga maling impormasyon na ipinakakalat ng mga iba't ibang mga vlogger na tila ipinagsasanggalang pa nila ang mga korap sa gobyerno, mga kababayan. Dito, mga kababayan, malalaman natin yung katotohanan. Kaya pagtiyagaan nyo pong panoorin po ang video ito mula sa simula hanggang sa matapos para malaman po ninyo ang tunay na mga pangyayari. I-share nyo na rin po ito para pakinabangan po ng ating mga kababayan. Ito po yung video, sabay-sabay natin panoorin.
Best that you come here and you discuss with them. So si Sergeant Guteza told him his story, and he also presented a draft statement of what he wanted to say. And ako nga, na-shock din ako. No? I was shocked about hearing some of the details. Some of which, sabi ko, wag na yan kasi material naman yan dun sa scam that we're discussing about. So eventually, si Guteza, Sergeant Guteza, I left. No, I left before Senator Marcoleta, and I think he left also early before the meeting ended. And then Sergeant Guteza went to the notarial service to have it notarized. And then, in the morning, he went to the Senate, and he was presented by Senator Marcoleta.
You met in a restaurant near the Senate?
Near the Senate, about 5 minutes away.
Yeah, it's a restaurant that I know Senator Marcoleta had mentioned. The name just escapes me now, but it was in a restaurant that you all met. Who were the people there? Yourself, Senator Marcoleta, Sergeant Guteza, and anyone else, sir?
Yeah, there was someone else there, but I really don't want to reveal their names anymore. There are soldier friends, and I think it's best because they really don't want to be involved in the issue. In the same way, Pinky, I'm also a private person. I don't want to get involved in the political issues, but I felt, this is something that we should really, if there's truth to it, it should be revealed. This is for the country. This is a situation we're in now. The corruption crisis is really affecting all of us. It's an open secret in Congress. A lot of people know it. Even the banks know about it. And I think it's time that we really address this issue. And I think the things that he pointed out, the carrying of money 3 times a week, coming from Congress and being delivered, this is really appalling for me.
Your common friend, the one that introduced you or served as a bridge to Sergeant Guteza, obviously, you don't want to name the common friend. Sabi mo nga, ayaw mo nang magdagdag pa ng individuals dito, hindi ho ba? Would that be correct, sir?
Yes.
Si common friend. Okay.
Yeah.
Si common friend po is a friend that you truly trust. Malapit ho ba siya talaga sa inyo? Just give me a little bit of a little description or how close you are to this common friend. Just to be able to kind of put the pieces together with Sergeant Guteza, sir?
To be, if the question, if it's political, wala, nothing. It's not political. These people are also concerned for the country. They heard what Guteza said. And the other people with Guteza, I believe, no, from what I heard, will also come out and will reveal also what they know. So I think that's the point. I think bottom line here, I saw the list of the Department of Justice. Secretary Boying is also a good friend of mine. But if you notice, Pinky, there are two names consistently being mentioned by Alcantara and by Mr. Alcantara. This is the name of Mark Gaitas and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Paul Estrada.
Opo.
Yeah. And the whole departure order, the freezing of money from AMLA, this have not been done. And these two key people are the ones consistently coming out about receiving money, giving money. And I think, if we really want to solve the problem of corruption, if we really want to address this concern, present concern of our country now, we should really get to the bottom of this. Dapat walang sinasanto, walang tinatago, at talaga ilabas.
But Congressman, yung pong sinabi nyo kanina that meron pa pong iba na posibleng lumabas, ibig sabihin ho ba nito, there will be others? Have you spoken to other people who want to, kumbaga, patotohanan itong sinabi ni Sergeant Guteza?
When Sergeant Guteza was in front of me, while he was discussing about he was in discussion, he would constantly call someone or someone would call him and then they would say, yeah, lalabas ako. Hindi, sabi niya, sasuportahan niyo ako, Marines tayo. And then today, I get messages na a lot of those with them, and if you recall in the Senate hearing, he was talking about 90 people.
Right.
Some of them, ex-Marines, and some of them mga active police. May mga sinasabi na that they want to come out and also say and tell what they know and what they have observed.
Congressman, for premise yung 90 na minention nyo po, that was mentioned in the Senate, ito po yung sinasabing 90 daw umano na security or nagbabantay or in shifts kay Congressman Zaldico. Would that be correct, sir?
That's correct, Pinky.
Okay.
From what I understand from the explanation of Sergeant Guteza, some of them sometimes will be assigned to be securing the houses. Some of them will be assigned in the delivery of money. Some of them would be assigned to be advanced or close in security for Congressman Zaldico.
Okay. So, be that as it may, sir, no? So, meron po siyang daladalang draft statement. I just wanted to get yung inyong personal na pagtanggap dito sa sinabi ni Sergeant Guteza. When he told you this story, did you immediately believe him? Or were there red flags?
Wala walang red flags eh. And you know what he told me, even if they check, it's easy to check. If he's a security detail of Ako Bicol party list, if he's part of this, makikita mo talaga. And when he was talking, in the same manner when he spoke in the Senate, parehong-pareho eh. And then number two, Pinky, yung sinasabi na it wasn't notarized. He did it in good faith. Walang sumama sa kanya, hindi ko siya kasama. So, tama yun. Imbestigahan niyo yung notaryo. If there's something wrong with that, then we really have to clarify. Ang pagkakalam ko is si Attorney Pechi, you mentioned Pinky earlier. Yeah. Is working with the Bureau of Jail currently, and she just passed the bar recently. Because I check also, sabi ko, ano ba itong issue na to? But it's immaterial for me since he made a sworn statement in the Senate. He made a statement under oath, which carries also the weight of evidence in a legal proceeding. Whether may mali yung notaryo, he signed it, he presented it to the Senate, and then he verbalized what he said. That's enough, no? That's evidence.
But Congressman, if you're in the Senate and then you say, I have a prepared affidavit that is signed and notarized, dapat ho lahat yon ay in good faith. Dapat lahat yon ay tama. Dapat yung sinabi mo ay katotohanan, dapat po yung nag-sign na notaryo ay talagang signature po ng notaryo. Hindi ho ba?
That's correct. No, actually, yung principle ng pag-notarize, di ba, is that you're making it a public document. And then you take an oath in front of the officer, the notarizing officer. Now, I ask you, Pinky, pag ikaw ba nagbenta ng lupa, and nagpa-notarize ba? Alam mo ba kung yung taong kausap mo, i-deny ka later on or siya talaga yung tao? Di ba, you're doing it in good faith, technically.
Sorry, sir, are you saying that the lawyer really signed this and then is now saying that she actually
Oh,
didn't?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead, sir.
Because you know what? He went to that office. He had it notarized. So he was doing it in good faith. Now, assuming niloko siya or scammer yun, I don't know. But he went to the Senate and he said the same statements. So as an evidence, giving it legal weight is already there. Yung issue nila doon, I think it's side issue. The thing that we have to discuss with Sergeant Guteza is, totoo ba yung nagbigay ka kay Mark at saka kay Paul ng pera? Totoo ba linggo-linggo nagdi-deliver kayo 3 times a week? I think these are the issues that have to be addressed.
Yeah, but those are also the questions asked during the Senate hearing. If of course, hindi ho ba? Pero ang problema ho kasi dito, which dinala nyo na po yung conversation is, well, first is, ito ngang sinasabi ni lawyer na ganito po. Ang sabi niya, and I quote, I categorically deny notarizing, signing, or participating in the preparation of the said document. The signature and notarial details attributed to me are falsified and unauthorized. Ibig sabihin po, yung signature ni attorney dyan, hindi siyang gumawa. Yung yung sinasabing pag-prepare nitong affidavit, wala po siya dyan. Yung kanyang pag-participate doon sa preparation of the document, yung pag-sign, sinasabi na niya po, I categorically deny. So
then
now,
then it should be investigated. She should be investigated. As far as Guteza's statement is concerned, it is legal. Kung dinideny niya yon, doesn't matter. Legal yung statement ni Guteza. What he said during the Senate hearing has legal weight. It can be as evidence. Walang pinagkaiba yung ninotarize dun sa statement niya because he read the same thing. So if people are saying mali yun, hindi notarize, doesn't matter. What is that legal basis ngayon? Kung imbestigahan nila, good. They should investigate that lawyer. They should investigate what happened.
So, Congressman, basically, kayo po ay naniniwala na si Guteza ay talagang nagpunta dito kay attorney at pinatutuhanan po yung kanyang affidavit at si attorney po ay talagang nag-sign doon sa kanyang sinumpaang salaysay at ninotaryo po ito. Guteza, is Guteza telling you na talagang ginawa niya yon at doon siya talaga nagpunta kay attorney Pichi Rosas Espiras?
Yes, you know, Pinky, the truth is, walang motive si Guteza na manloko ng notaryo. Kasi yung sinabi naman niya sa Senate is the same.
Yeah,
There's no motive on the part of Sergeant Guteza to fake a notarized document because he said it the same. It's not perjurious on his part because it was in good faith. Now, as to the lawyer and to that office, they should investigate. Why is she backtracking now? Why is he saying now that didn't happen, that Guteza didn't go to their office?
Just going back to what you said, na wala hong, I forget the exact word you said, walang...
The motive. No
walang
motive.
motibo si Guteza na magsinungaling, hindi ho ba? Ang tanong ko po, ano po ang magiging motibo ni attorney na siya naman po ang magsinungaling?
Pwede siyang tinakot. Pwede siyang sinabihan na sabihin mo, hindi totoo yan. Because, you know, that's the only way they can discredit this person. That's the only way they can, you know, bring down the statements he delivered to the Senate, to the Blue Ribbon Committee. So, which is, sabi nga ng mga lawyers, I've been seeing a lot of comments on social media.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, what he said was already there. He went there in good faith. In fact, hindi nga kailangan niya magpa-notarize eh. You know, if he verbalized what he said in the Senate, that would have been enough legal evidence and enough weight to be part of a court proceeding. So yeah, Pinky, thank you for that. And I think yun din ang worry ko na itong abogado medyo pinressure kasi why would you now deny that you notarize a statement? Doesn't make sense.
Any ideas, sir, if indeed the attorney, as you claim, was pressured, who would pressure her?
People who were mentioned, I would think. People who would be affected, I would think. I checked the background of the lawyer, and I believe that she currently works in the Bureau of Jail, the penology and penology. So I'm not sure. I don't want to cast
Okay.
aspersions on the lawyer, but yes, I think it should be investigated by the Blue Ribbon Committee.
But before we go on a break, sir, just do you feel that posibleng kayo naman po ang magkaproblema because you're the one basically now saying that this lawyer is the one lying?
Hindi kasi alam mo, Pinky, from day one naman I don't want to get involved, and this person said these things, and I facilitated that he give a statement to Senator Marcoleta. If they will give me a problem, so be it, because this
Okay.
is for the country. This is a problem of corruption. Everyone's complaining about it. Everyone knows about it. I think it's about time that we address this issue.
Okay, quick question, sir. Yung sinabi niyo nagkita po kayo, sabi mo may dala na po siyang draft statement, hindi ho ba? Would you know sino ang tumulong kay Sergeant Guteza na gawin na po yung draft statement nung nagkita-kita po kayo together with Senator Marcoleta?
No, Pinky. In fact, hindi pa naman notarized yun eh. It was
Yes.
just salaysay that he did.
Opo,
It
pero-
came from him.
Pero meron na ho bang tumulong sa kanya? Typewritten na ho ba yun? Yung kanyang sinabing draft statement? Ano po yung pinakita niya sa inyo?
Typewritten statement.
Did it look like the one that has been making the rounds on social media and what we've been showing? Yun na ho ba yun? Yan. Yung pong,
Basically, yeah. Basically,
yan na
yes.
yun.
Yeah.
So obviously, of course, you would get a lawyer to do that for you, right?
Yeah, I think when that was being drafted, even in fact some of the words may mga ano lang tinwik-tweak lang.
Apo.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you met, nakita niyo na po yung papel, yung kanyang draft statement that it's very similar. Would you say it's exactly the same what came out in the Senate, sir?
More or less, yes.
Okay, yun na po yun.
Yes.
So, what did he say? Pagkatapos po nun, yun yung after the meeting, tama ho ba, dun siya umalis at nagpanotaryo?
Yes.
Okay. And when you talked to him, did you talk to him recently, sir? I mean, after the Senate hearing?
No, I haven't. But message has been relayed to me that wala lang kasi syempre I was worried about his safety, kung kamusta lang siya. And some people told me that, friends of his told me that he's okay. And this with his fellow Marines, some of them, the officials who parang gusto na to protect and to ensure the safety of Sergeant Guteza.
So meron ho talaga nagpoprotekta sa kanya? Because he didn't even want the witness protection program or to be secured by the Senate.
Yung mga Marines, I understand sila Colonel Corobin also went there to visit. I'm not sure if General De Leon went there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
the fellow Marines that he's with.
Apo. Congressman, let's just, I want to ask you about siguro some possible circumstances that may happen. Kasi dahil nga dito sa pag-deny ni Attorney Pichi Roses Espiras regarding, notarizing, signing, or participating rather in the said document, some senators might or actually have said, I think it was Senator Erwin Tulfo who said that posible ang mawala ng saysay yung testimony niya. I'm not sure if those were the exact words, sir, but to that effect. What do you say to that? And a possible background check on Guteza, is that something you welcome, sir?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, it's they should do a background check if they feel it and if they want to. I think they should call Paul and Mark, Paul Estrada and Mark Estay to the Senate committee hearing. As far as the testimony or supposedly they're saying it's not notarized, it's up to the Senate. Pero, for me, it saddens me that there's this opportunity that we can correct the situation. May magagawa tayo para sa bayan, narinig na natin lahat. Actually, kaya naman lumabas tong si Sergeant Guteza, kasi nagulat din siya when he found out na yung perang dinadala nila, tapos narinig na yung flood control, tapos magkano yung kinukuha pera. So, this was also in the minds of those doing their jobs with Congressman Saldico. So, it's up to the Senate. But what I'm saying is, I have no political motivation here. Wala akong agenda. Nagkataon siguro, he knows that I'm close to Senator Marcoleta. He wanted to say these things. He wanted to reveal what is happening. It's up to the Senate and to the government.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I think this is our chance, the opportunity for all of us to really clear the issue and to get to the bottom of this problem.
Congressman, I did want to ask you bakit si Senator Marcoleta at sinagot nyo na nga po dahil alam nila na malapit kayo kay Senator Marcoleta.
Yes.
Sino ho bang may alam? Si Middleman, yung naging common friend po, o si Sergeant Guteza mismo? I'm assuming it's the person.
Sergeant Guteza. I think a lot of people know that, but in this particular case, it was Sergeant Guteza who really told me about it.
And ang gusto niya talaga makausap was
Yes.
Senator Marcoleta. Okay, a denial from former Speaker Martin Romualdez. I want to put this up on screen. It was yesterday nang nilabas niya ito. Ang sabi nga niya po that yung sinasabi kasi ni Sergeant Guteza na nagdala siya umano ng pera beginning December 2024, the former Speaker was saying that that house that was mentioned by Sergeant Guteza has been undergoing renovation since January 2025. So, doon pa lang daw ay mali na.
Yes. Yeah. For me, again, I think it's something that should be taken up if they want to take it in the Senate committee to strengthen their evidence, or they want to take it up in court when they eventually file. Pero di ba, Pinky, if we're the ones investigating, the first things we have to establish is sino pa to yung dalawang tao. Like I mentioned kanina, minention na ni Alcantara. Second is, totoo ba itong si Guteza? Sino ba bang kasama niya? Did they really work for Saldico? Okay, sino-sino? O, itong yung mga kasama, did you really do the delivery? Did you go here? Did you go there? And so on and so forth. So, what I'm saying is, if you want to shoot down Guteza from the very onset of what he was saying, fine. Kung yun ang tingin ng Senate committee, okay lang din sa akin, no? It's up to them. But if you want to really look into the details of what he was saying, if this is true, and check where this money is coming, di ka natin alam kung saan yung galing yung pera eh. For all intents and purposes, baka kung saan naman yun. But if this is really the flood control money or money coming from infrastructure projects, then I think it's also incumbent upon the officials to check on what he was saying.
I guess when you read when we went through the statements made by Guteza, hindi ho ba? Sabi nga niya, meron po silang group chat nga, kaya there were times na siya po yung kasama sa pag-deliver ng tawag po nila basura. Paminsan nakikita niya checking their chat group that there were deliveries also of basuras na wala po siya doon. But if you have Congressman Martin Romualdez saying this, siguro better to say it, quote it. The most telling flaw is the witnesses' claim that deliveries were made to McKinley beginning December 2024. Imposible yan. The property has been under renovation since January 2024. I stand corrected there. Sabi ko po January 2025.
Yeah.
Has been under renovation since January 2024 and was unoccupied except for construction workers. Falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. False in one thing, false in everything. False rather in everything. Why do you think there was a flaw here? Bakit mo po magde-deliver ng pera 3 times a week sa isang bahay na kung saan nandun po ang mga construction workers as stated by Congressman Martin Romualdez, sir?
Yeah, again, I don't want to get in a personal fight with the speaker. We were together. We've been good friends. When he ran the first time, Senator Marcoleta and I were together. Ito para sa bansa lang. Para sa bayan, tingnan natin. If he's saying that, fine. If they want to investigate it further, simple lang naman yan, Pinky, to corroborate it. You check all those people with Saldico. Diba? Oh, you check the people who were delivering money. Did you really deliver in that address? Did you deliver in another address? Once they have that, it's finished. I don't think it would take rocket science to establish these facts or this case, for that matter, yung investigasyon nila, kung talagang gusto nila.
Posible ho bang nagkamali kaya si Sergeant Guteza?
I really can't say, Pinky, pero klaro din naman yung sinabi niya, di ba? I delivered in this address, ito yung gate.
He mentioned the number. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and then we do it 3 times a week. Kung hindi dito, binanggit niya yung bahay ni sa 19 Nara, yung kay, sabi niya, kay Michael Yang. So, again,
Okay.
if they just exchange words, we really can't tell.
Okay.
But for me, if I was investigating it, I don't need to be a police, an NBI, nor to be a senator or congressman. Papatawag ko lang yung mga kasama doon sa trabaho and ask them, is this really true? You already have your facts.
One last question, sir. Is there anyone else? Have you spoken to anyone else that is willing to corroborate the statement of Sergeant Guteza?
I did not talk to Sergeant Guteza, and I don't even know the group, the 90 plus ex-Marines or the police currently, but there are messages to me by some former military officers, some friends who are telling me, yeah, they heard that some people will be coming out.
Former Congressman Mike Defensor, sir, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Pinky. Thank you so much.
So yun po yung video, mga kababayan. Sana po ay nadagdagan po tayo ng mga kaalaman, yung may mga katanungan, sino ba ang nakakakilala rito kay Guteza. Yan, nalaman na po natin ang buong kwento ni Congressman Mike Defensor Santiago, mga kababayan. Sana ma-share nyo po ito para nang sa ganun ay malaman po ng mga kababayan natin ang mga totoong nangyayari. Yung iba po kasi, mga kababayan, ang ipinakakalat po nila, maling impormasyon. Dito po tayo makinig sa mga taong ito, mga kababayan. Yun lamang po yung aming maisishare po sa inyo. Maraming po salamat po sa inyong pagtitiyaga na panunood po sa ating mga ginagawang content sa ating programa. At muli po ang inyong lingkod ay bumabati po sa inyong lahat ng isang magandang araw. At lagi po kaming nagsasabi, ano man po ang inyong ginagawa, nasaan man po kayo, lagi po kayong mag-iingat.